Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Could you just give me a thumbs up in the chat box? Hi, everyone. Am I audible? All right, perfect. Thank you. Um, hi, I'm Tushti. I'm your moderator for the session today. Welcome to SoulSensei. Here we try to create a safe healing space for everyone, and we hope that everyone can walk away from our sessions feeling lighter and slightly a little healed. Our session today is going to be held by Madhura. She's a healing coach and multimodality trainer with over a decade of experience guiding people toward emotional clarity and balanced energy. She emphasizes the connection between our emotions, energy flow, chakras, and life patterns, helping individuals map their emotional landscapes and understanding recurring themes in their lives. Her compassionate approach aims to deliver deeper self awareness and emotional insight, supporting people in uncovering their inner blueprint so that they can navigate life with greater clarity and alignment. We're so happy to have you here with us today, Mathura, and with that, I hand it over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that amazing introduction, Tushti. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone, to this wonderful session. And this session is all about understanding your frequency, your emotional frequency, the blueprint of your life. My name is Madhura, like you all heard just now. I do three things in simple. One, I help you heal yourself if you understand what healing is. Like when we were small kids, we used to fall down, hurt our knees, hurt our arms, run to our mom, and she used to put these Dettol and plasters on our hands and feet, right? That's the physical body being wounded. But then what about those emotional wounds that we have had? So people who have had any kind of emotional wounds and that needs to have some plaster and Dettol is called as healing. The energy body that needs healing is what we're talking about today. So I help you heal. I help you learn various healing modalities, up to 40 modalities, and I help you to launch yourself if you want to be a healer by profession. These are the only three things that I do. All right. So that being my introduction, I'd like to start and dive deep into understanding what is today's session all about. So let me just share my presentation. Discovering your emotional frequencies blueprint, right? So when we talk about a blueprint, like we see any building that's being built, right? What's the first thing that happens is understanding that what is the blueprint, right? We understand that let's draw it on paper and see what's good. And then whatever is there on paper comes into reality. The same thing from the time we are born, things are getting piled up and there comes a blueprint. And from the blueprint starts the real life. Like that's what we're going to understand today. A lot of people think, everything in life is predestined. Jo naseeb mein hai, wo hoga. And things like that. Let's figure out that is this really true? 30% is destiny. This is decided at the time of birth. It's called as prarabdha karma. All right. 30% is the environment, what kind of people are around, your parents, your house, stuff like that. But 40% is absolutely in our hand. And if you see that 40%, it's a great percentage. And today, whatever we're going to learn about, understand about, is everything about this 40%, which we have in our hand. And we can definitely do a lot about it and change our frequency, right? Let's start by understanding that what exactly is this frequency, right? Everything in this world is energy, right? We think that this is the physical body. Yes, it is, but we also have an energy body. So everything in this world also is energy, and every energy has a certain frequency. So we have high vibrating frequency, low vibrating frequency, and today we're actually going to dive deep into a test to actually figure out what is your frequency. Is it a high vibrating frequency or a low vibrating frequency? Give me E in the chat box if you're excited to know what is your frequency. Yes. Give me a E in the chat box so I understand that you're with me, you're able to understand. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. There's enough E, so there's enough excitement. That's good. The world is actually good. We all travel around, see places, and see the whole world. It is actually very beautiful and very good. Life is actually very beautiful. We all understand that. Marriage is actually very wonderful. I mean, we know those are ups and downs in marriages, but the truth is that it is amazing to have a friend who can be your partner for a lifetime, a companion with whom you can do every little stuff, absolutely with great fun. Money is actually everywhere. People are actually nice. All right. This is all what we are generally thinking, that maybe the world is not good, the life is not good, marriage is not good. But the truth is here, the world is actually good. Life is actually beautiful. Marriage is actually wonderful. Money is actually everywhere. People are actually nice. But in spite of that, if you ever feel that after all this, I feel low, it's just that you're vibrating at a frequency which is very low. Right now, you are thinking, Madhura just directly jumped into saying that you're vibrating at a low frequency and you want to be dead sure. Is this true? So let's figure out, how do you know that you're vibrating at a low frequency if you really are? Assuming you are in a relationship that is disturbing, you have issues every other day. It's not once in a while, but it's every other day. You have money problems, which is every other day. Either money is not coming. If it comes, it does not stay. If it is staying, it is not staying for long. It's not multiplying. You're stuck in the same frequency of money for such a long time, maybe anything more than 3 to 4 years that you're in the same salary. Understand that it's a frequency problem. If you have repeated failures, whatever you're attempting, you feel that, whatever I'm putting my hands into, just not happening. You have repeated cheats, whether it's friends, whether it's partners, whether it's business, people end up cheating you. You have a bad company. You exactly see the picture and you understand what it could be. You have a bad habit. Again, you know what bad habits are. I need not elaborate. You have a very slow growth. You feel like, oh my God, for even getting a small increment, I need to struggle a lot. You have a lot of obstacles in life. Whatever you want to do, you feel that something or the other comes and I'm not able to do it peacefully. A lot of negative feelings, all the time feeling guilt, ऐसे क्यों हुआ, वैसे क्यों हुआ, ऐसा होगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा, anxiety, doubt, guilt, fear. A lot of negative thoughts. You just can't sleep because these thoughts are taking over your mind and you feel so damn disturbed. You feel like, so many people are working together. They are getting applauded, but I have no recognition. Nobody ever appreciates me. Nobody ever gives me an applaud for what I'm doing. That's simply because you're vibrating low. You feel like a repeated pattern is there in your life. Whatever is happening is coming up in your life and showing up again and again in different forms. And you feel that you're in a stuck situation. If any of this is true, if any few of them also are true, know that you're actually vibrating at a low frequency for sure. All right. Let's think that, did we actually attract all this? Did we ask God, God, give me these kind of problems, right? We actually don't ask for these problems, but end up attracting these kind of people, attracting these kind of situations, certain emotions, certain thoughts. But why did this actually happen? It is simply because this is what your blueprint is. When you look at this, you feel like, yes, this is a blueprint, but maybe of a building, but this is not a human body's blueprint, right? So obviously, yes, this is a blueprint of how it looks. Maybe there are pipes and there are walls and stuff like that. But what is the real blueprint of our life and how is it formed is what we're going to understand today, because that's going to decide that whatever happened until now maybe just happened, but now on, whatever happens in life is totally in our control. We can take 100% charge of what is going to happen in our life. The only thing that's very important is awareness. Awareness that we can definitely change our life. Awareness and taking that power back in our hands that I definitely want to change my life. Awareness that yes, whatever has happened, maybe I was not sure about what's happening. We were just thinking, jo chal raha hai, jaise chal raha hai, chalte rehne do. I was like that until I was 33 years of age. I just thought that school jayenge, college jayenge, jo kaam milega wo karenge, etc., etc. And never was the driver of my life. I was at the back seat and somebody was driving my life. I was just going wherever it is taking me. When awareness came into my life, I came to know that I have a Ferrari. It's just that I'm not driving it. It's just that I'm not aware that I can exactly direct it the way I want, in the direction that I want. So today's session is going to bring that awareness in you, that you can take 100% charge of your life from now on. So let's figure out what is your frequency, what are those factors which influence your frequency, and then we'll take your Ferrari forward. Yeah, every emotion you feel today is not just a feeling, it's a frequency, right? And that frequency is writing the blueprint of your future. When we think emotions are just emotions, they are your energetic signatures. Whether you're feeling scared, you're feeling fearful, you're feeling guilty, you're feeling upset, you're feeling frustrated, irritated, depressed, anything. Each of this, including the positive ones, you feel happy, you feel excited, you feel grateful, you feel abundant, you feel loved. Every emotion is your energetic signature. Every thought that you have is a vibration. And when you repeat a thought, it becomes an emotional pattern. And that is why when we teach about affirmations, when we teach about positive thinking, when we teach about talking anything positive, it's not once. We don't say, okay, say this once and life will change. We say that repeat it again and again and again and again. Keep repeating it so that it now becomes your emotional pattern. Right? We don't say just say one affirmation in the morning and life will be transformational. No, we say that repeat it until it becomes an emotional pattern. Because once it becomes your emotional pattern, it becomes your energetic blueprint. And your energetic blueprint becomes what your life is going to be like. So look at your relationship today. Look at your finances today. Look at your health today. And look at your decisions today. Everything is what has been a part of something that happened in the past. Let's figure out more. We all have five senses. From the time we are born, what is it that we have heard? In childhood, what is it that we spoke? In teenage, what is it that we were taught? Adulthood, what is it that we felt? Right? Each and everything, what happened in married life, how are our goals, how are our skills, in what kind of a career we are, what is our education, what kind of visions do we have, what kind of values we have, what kind of people are around. If you just look around and see that what kind of people around, you will feel that I am so much like them. I'm like around 5 6 around them. There are successful people, you're also successful, you end up being successful. There are negative people, maybe not today, but one day you end up becoming a negative person. So look at everything around is influencing us. Every life's situation that we went through, the relationship with money that we have had, the spiritual journey that we have had, the belief system that we have had, the education that we have had, the mentors, whoever was our guru, our teacher, our, whoever taught us every little thing has left a blueprint on ourselves. The family support that we have had, the karma that we have had, everything is contributing to our blueprint. Each and everything that you saw, little by little, that we keep absorbing, eventually becomes a blueprint of ours. If the blueprint is good, life is good. This is simple. If the blueprint is bad, life is bad. This is even more simpler. Right? So what exactly is this blueprint, which we are talking about the human life? Because the blueprint that you saw just now was that of a building, but what is the blueprint of our life? We all have a physical body. We also have an energy body, right? So I'll give you an example. How many of you have gone to take a printout anytime, any kind of a printout? Give me P in the chat box if you have ever gone to take a print, just a print, right? You had something in your phone, you had something in your laptop, and you wanted to take a print. Give me P in the chat box if you've ever gone to take a print, right? So let's give you an example and make you understand what is this blueprint of ours. Let's say in my soft copy, I wanted to write mistake, but I've written miscate. And then when I take a hard copy, it says miscate. And I'm wondering, oh my God, why is there a spelling mistake? And I put a whitener and make the correction. And I make it Mistake. And I feel good. I'm so happy that this correction is made. I take a second printout. Again, it says miscate. And I feel, oh my God, I just now put a whitener. I made a correction. Why is this mistake again? Again, I put a whitener. Again, I write mistake. I take a third printout. Again, there's a mistake and it says miscate. And I'm like, why is this repeating again and again? I'm putting a whitener. I'm making an effort to write it again. Again, when I take a printout, there is a problem again. So what do you think, guys? Where is the problem? Where can I make the correction? I mean, I am doing all my effort. I'm putting my whitener. I'm writing it again. I'm rewriting it. But still, when I take a printout again and again and again, it says miscate. The correction needs to be done in the soft copy and not in the hard copy. Very good, Sailu Maladi. Very, very good. That's your answer. Yes. So the correction needs to be done in the soft copy. And then when I take the hard copy, it says mistake. This is how our life is. Whenever we go through some ups and downs, we keep thinking, thoda sa ye ritual kar lenge, thoda sa wo remedy kar lenge, thoda sa ye kar lenge, wo kar lenge. And we make small changes. These small changes are like that whitener. And then we put that whitener, we put that correction, and then we think, abhi to ye theek kiya tha, fir se ye ho gaya. Why? Because the problem is in our soft copy and not with the hard copy. What is our soft copy? You need to understand that, right? So let's understand what is our soft copy. Our life's soft copy or the blueprint is our energy body, which is called as the chakra and the aura. Yeah, this is not visible to our eye, but this is felt, right? So this is how our chakras are. Again, this is not visible, but I wanted to just show you how the placement is. And this is how the aura is. You know, there could be certain times when we go to certain people's places, we go to certain people, just sit next to them. The moment we next to them, maybe you're seeing a person for the first time, you really like their vibe. You say that, you know, when I went to a restaurant, I went to this place, met this person. I really like the vibe of this place. That's nothing but the energy of that place, energy of that person. And there could be a possibility that you don't know this person, but you sit beside someone and say, I don't like this person. I don't like the vibe of this place. I really didn't feel comfortable. And then you come out and you say, let's change this place. Again, it's energy. Once you become sensitive to understanding what energy is, a whole new thing in your life totally changes, because now you've started sensing energies, right? Because it's not seen with the visual eyes. You need to sense it. So this is how the aura and chakra needs to be sensed, of course. It's all the time changing. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. It's all the time based on our life situation from the time we are born until today. All those ups and downs that we have had. You know, if we have happy moments in our life, I request you not to do this. Whoever is doing this. Yeah. If we have happy moments, it creates a good energy around us. If we have sad moments, it creates a sad energy around us, right? What is our habit is whatever is sad in our life, we keep repeating it again and again. मेरे साथ ऐसे हुआ, उसने मुझे ऐसे किया, उसने मुझे ऐसे कहा, मुझे ऐसे बुरा लगा, ये हुआ, वो हुआ. And we keep saying that again and again. And every time we say that, we feel the same amount of pain. How many of you know that something that happened 10 years back, you're talking today and you're crying over it all over again, right? We feel that pain the same way. And what happens? The more you're talking about what happened bad in your life, you just keep adding more negativity. एक बार प्रॉब्लम हुआ है, लेकिन आपने बार 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 उसके बारे में सोच के, उसके बारे में कह के, उसके बारे में शेयर करके, उसको फील करके आपने अपने लाइफ में नेगेटिविटी ज्यादा कर दी. And what happens eventually is, since our mind, our body, and our energy is connected, one day we come to know that we have fallen sick. People start saying PCOD ho gaya, thyroid ho gaya, diabetes aa gaya, hair fall aa raha hai, etc., etc. Each of these medical problems is connected to an emotion. I'm going to give you a few examples. If you have any kind of fear, it could be anything, fear of water, fear of a person, fear of a situation, you are going to be seeing that your lower body is going to be affected. It could be low back pain, it could be urinary tract infections or problem with your kidneys. If you're an angry person, you end up having liver problems, acidity, migraines. If you're a person who has chinta, worry, again and again worry about something or the other, your stomach is upset, you have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and emotional eating. You have a lot of put on weight because you're eating to calm yourself down. If you have sadness, that's heart. Your lungs get affected, you have heaviness in your chest, and you have breathlessness. And if you have any kind of guilt, you know, feeling sad कि मैंने ऐसे क्यों किया, मैंने इससे शादी क्यों किया, मैंने ये वाला कोर्स क्यों किया, मैंने ये वाला, whatever your decision, you feel like, why did I do this? Your heart, your blood flow starts getting heavy and your confidence drops really bad. Your body speaks the language of emotions. So every pain that you have in your body is actually a special message giving you that you need to heal yourself. Because every disease is related to the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you actually vibrate, right? That's why you need to heal. When I say that you need to heal, it's just because everything has created a wound in you, and that wound needs to heal. Now, let's do an activity. I want you to quickly go and get yourself a pen and a paper so that I will tell you what is this activity. A simple activity. Quickly grab a pen and a paper. It'll take me 5 minutes to let you know what is your frequency. Give me yes in the chat box once you're ready. Are you guys ready? Yes, yes, yes. All right, thank you. So now draw a piece of a line in the middle. Draw a line in the middle. On the left side, I want you to write negative. On the left side, write on top negative. On the right side, write positive. Okay, I'm going to give you 10 emotions. All right, I'm going to read out 10 emotions for you. And if you have ever felt that in your life, or even now you feel that, you are going to give yourself a yes. All right, let's get started. The first emotion, let's start with the negative ones. How many of you feel boredom? Too much of boredom, कि life बहुत boring है. Same things repeating. Let's start. Give in the left side of your paper. Don't show me, don't show anybody. It's just for yourself. On the left side, if you've ever felt boredom, you feel majorly boredom in your life, give yourself a yes on the left side. The second one, fear. Do you have any kind of fear? Scared of water, scared of fire, scared of people, scared of situations, scared of heights, scared of darkness, scared of living alone. Fear. Second one is fear. Write down yes if you have fears. The third, do you have jealousy? When you see people around, you feel like, how come they're successful? How come they're earning so well? How come they're looking so nice? How come they bought this car? Why I am not able to attract this? If you have ever felt that, do you feel that? Give yourself the third tick. The fourth, do you feel too angry? Very angry over anything. Like this, you can get angry over someone or something. The fourth one, give yourself yes if you have ever felt angry. The fifth one, worry, चिंता. हेल्थ को लेके, पैसे को लेके, रिलेशनशिप को लेके, बच्चों को लेके, स्टडीज को लेके, any kind of worry. If you have चिंता, worry, give yourself a yes on the left side of your paper. Number 6. Do you feel a sense of failure in your life? बहुत कुछ करना था, नहीं कर पाए. I don't know, I'm not able to achieve what I want to achieve. That sense of being a failure. Give yourself a yes if you felt that. The 7th one. Do you have any kind of guilt? उसको मैंने ऐसे क्यों बात किया? उसको मैंने क्यों ऐसे ट्रीट किया? मैंने ये डिसीजन क्यों लिया? मैंने ये चीज क्यों खरीदा? मैंने इसमें क्यों इन्वेस्ट किया? एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. एनी काइंड ऑफ गिल्ट दैट यू हैव हैड जो आपको तंग करता है कि मैंने ऐसे क्यों किया. द 8th वन इज ब्लेम. इनकी वजह से मेरी लाइफ ऐसी है. पापा मम्मी ने मुझे ये नहीं किया इसीलिए मेरी लाइफ ऐसे है. मेरे पति ने ऐसे किया इसीलिए मेरी लाइफ ऐसे. मेरी बीवी ने ये किया इसीलिए मेरी लाइफ ऐसे है. एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. ब्लेमिंग. डू यू हैव दैट एनर्जी ऑफ ब्लेमिंग? आस्क योरसेल्फ, डू आई एवर डू दैट? कि उसकी वजह से, इसकी वजह से आई कीप कंप्लेनिंग. या 8th वन इज ब्लेम. गिव योरसेल्फ ऑनेस्टली yes if you do that. The 9th one is your own self talk. आप जब अपने बारे में बात करते हो तो आप पॉजिटिव बात करते हो कि नेगेटिव बात नहीं. आई एम नॉट गुड लुकिंग, आई एम नॉट गुड इनफ, आई एम नॉट कॉन्फिडेंट. अपने बारे में जब आप बात करते हो, डू यू टॉक नेगेटिवली अबाउट योर सेल्फ? राइट, इट्स कॉल्ड द नेगेटिव सेल्फ टॉक. That's the 9th one. And the last one is 10th, which is, do you have any kind of insecurities? I don't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel I can do it. Those kind of insecurities. If yes, give yourself a yes. Now count how many of those yeses you have on the negative side and honestly give me that number on the right side in the chat. Out of 10, how many do you have yeses? 6, 9, 7, 6 out of 10, 10 on 10, 3, 8, 9. Thank you for your honesty. All right. Now let's go to the 10 positive emotions. All right. When we do the negative, we also do the positive. All right. The first one is the feeling of unconditional love. कोई आपसे इतना प्यार करता है that you sense that feeling of love where it doesn't matter how you are, but someone loves you so much or you love that person so much. The feeling of unconditional love. Have you ever felt that? Unconditional love is jahan koi condition nahi hai, right? That is unconditional love. Give me yes on the right side. Now come to the right side, which is the positive side. Or you felt, nahi, I never got that kind of feeling ever, right? Second one, forgiveness. जहां पे आपको लगता है आई वेरी इजिली फॉरगिव, ज्यादा मैं किचकिच नहीं करती, किसी ने सॉरी मांग दिया, आई विल से यस. हाउ फॉरगिविंग आर यू easily? If you are, give yourself a yes, otherwise give yourself a no. Second one. The third one, how happy are you? The feeling of happiness कि अंदर से मैं खुश हूं. If you feel yes, give yourself a yes on the right side, otherwise give yourself a no. The fourth one, how knowledgeable are you? You feel कि I'm very smart, I'm very knowledgeable, I'm very intelligent. Do you feel that sense about yourself कि I'm very knowledgeable? Give yourself a yes, otherwise say no, I'm not. How organized are you? कि अपनी चीजें बहुत ज्यादा ऑर्गेनाइज रखते हो कि आपको लगता है नहीं आई एम नॉट ऑर्गेनाइज, चीजें मिलती नहीं, इधर उधर रख देती हूँ, खो देती हूँ. Yeah, that's being organized. Give yourself a yes. That's the fifth one. Otherwise, give yourself a no. The sixth one, how easily do you trust people? The feeling of trustworthy. How trustworthy do you feel? Easily you trust people or you don't? Give yourself a yes or a no. How grateful you are. आपको लगता है कि भगवान ने बहुत कुछ मुझे दिया है. Do you feel that? If yes, and do you thank that? Give yourself a honestly yes, otherwise say no. How confident are you? जब भी कुछ करना होता है, you say I'm like super confident. Do you feel that? Give yourself a yes or give yourself a no. The ninth one, how much of service are you able to do for people? अगर कोई कुछ हेल्प मांगता है तो फटाफट आप हाँ बोलते हो या आपको नहीं लगता हो कि मुझे हेल्प करना है, right? Give yourself a yes or a no. And the last one, the 10th one, is your self-talk. Is your self-talk. जब अपने बारे में बात करते हो, do you say, I'm so amazing, wow, I wear these dresses and I look so wow, my hair is good, my skin is good, my eyes are good, I speak so well, I think so well, I learn so nicely, मैं इतना अच्छा खाना पकाती हूँ. What do you think about yourself? Give yourself a yes on the right side if you have a absolutely positive self-talk. Give me now the number of the positive. We have 4, 7, 10, 8, 5, 4. All right. So now give me N in the chat box if you feel negative number ज़्यादा आया, and P in the chat box अगर आपका positive number ज़्यादा आया. Which one is more, the positive or the negative? All right. We have N, P, N, P, N, P, N, N, N. P is more, N, N. Balance, same. Right? So now let me explain this to you. All right. This is how our energy is working for us. All those negative emotions are pulling us down and all those positive emotions are pulling us up. And आपके लाइफ में अगर दोनों सेम है तो आप जितना नीचे जा रहे हो उतना ऊपर जा रहे हो, जितना ऊपर जा रहे हो उतना नीचे जा रहे हो, आप लाइफ में आगे नहीं जा पा रहे हो. और अगर आपको लगता है नहीं मेरा पी बहुत ज्यादा है तो आप बहुत ज्यादा मेहनत करके आगे जा रहे हो, फिर थोड़ा सा पीछे आ रहे हो क्योंकि नेगेटिविटी है, फिर आप आगे जा रहे हो, फिर आप पीछे आ रहे हो. और अगर नेगेटिविटी ज्यादा है तो आप पीछे ही जा रहे हो, बहुत मुश्किल से 2-3 चीजें ठीक करके पॉजिटिव जा रहे हो, बट देन अगेन यू आर बीइंग पुल्ड डाउन. This should not continue from now on, because understand that every emotion is a frequency. What you see on the screen, नीचे वाले shame, guilt, grief, fear, these are low vibrating energies. If you see right side, it says contracted. जब आप इस फ्रीक्वेंसी में रहते हो ना, गिल्ट, शेम, फियर, एंगर, आपको लगता है पता नहीं मेरे फ्रेंड्स भी अच्छे नहीं है, मेरे आसपास के लोग अच्छे नहीं है, मुझे अच्छी सिचुएशंस नहीं आती, and because all the energy is very contracted. But the moment you rise high, you come to love, joy, peace, enlightenment. Start seeing that energy. On the right side it's written expanded. आपको लगता है लोग अच्छे मिल गए, सिचुएशन अच्छा है, माई वर्क प्लेस इज गुड, द पीपल आई हैव इज गुड, द रिलेटिव्स आर गुड, माई थॉट्स आर गुड, everything starts changing. And that's why this is very important for you to understand that if you're in a low frequency, बीमार ज्यादा पड़ोगे, टायर्ड ज्यादा होगा, एंग्जाइटी ज्यादा होगी, रात को नींद नहीं आएगा, हार्मोनल चेंजेस बहुत ज्यादा आएगा. द सेम वे जब हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी हीलिंग है, कुछ भी गलत हुआ तभी आप बहुत जल्दी से ठीक हो जाओगे. आपकी डाइजेशन अच्छी है, आपका फोकस अच्छा है, इंट्यूशन तो बहुत ही अच्छा है, और सिंक्रोसिटीज होता है. जो भी आप कर रहे हो, यू विल फील कि कैसे ये मैं आई रीच देयर एंड द फ्लाइट जस्ट took off. Whatever I do, everything is falling in place for me. And you are a magnet for the right relationship and career. All this starts happening when you start vibrating high, right? So when you check your body, every pain, every disease, every knot is an emotion jisko aapne dhyan nahi diya, which you haven't processed. Your chakras will get blocked if you do not process it. Your aura gets blocked if you do not process your emotions. What happens is you can't attract money, you can't attract abundance, you can't attract relationship, you can't attract health, you can't attract happiness. आपको लगने लगता है why is my life like this? Instagram पे सब खुश है, सिर्फ मेरी लाइफ ऐसी है, ऐसा क्यों? You start questioning like that. But the reality is you just need to heal yourself, right? Let me tell you what exactly you need to do is you need to clean your energy. Just like हमारा घर गंदा होता है, we clean it. कपड़े गंदे होते हैं, we clean it. Body गंदा होता है, we clean it. It's important to understand that every emotion that we are feeling and have felt until now has created a blueprint based on which our life is going on, and it's important to clean that. अगर हमने clean नहीं किया, this is how the aura looks. The weak, the very, very dark energy. What happens when your aura is very weak is you don't attract anything good in life. And you start asking yourself, why me? Universe, मेरे साथ ही ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है? Why this kind of relationship? Why this kind of money problem? Why this kind of health problem? Why this kind of every problem मेरे साथ ही क्यों? But the moment you come into a strong aura, what happens is everything starts changing. Magically, you will find that, your health starts improving, your, everything, friends starts changing, your company is better, you start eating the right kind of things, you start getting good thoughts. Everything is possible. How? What is that one thing you need to do to move from the weak aura to the strong aura? I'm going to give you the solution. It is to raise your vibration. Now that each one of you saw that you're vibrating, maybe negative, maybe positive, maybe this thing is same. Ultimately, when you raise your vibration, you will have a very strong aura. The moment you have a strong aura, people will come to you. You will start manifesting. जब भी हम ये वर्ड बोलते हैं मैनिफेस्टेशन, इसका मतलब हमारे सपने बहुत ज्यादा है. मुझे लगता है कि मुझे लाइफ ऐसी चाहिए, ऐसा पार्टनर चाहिए, ये चीजें खरीदनी है, यहाँ जगह जाना है. All that are our dreams, but we are not able to convert that into reality because the vibration is very low. The moment we say that, I want to manifest, I'm ready to manifest, I want to learn what is wrong, I want to understand what can be corrected, I'm really ready, that I don't want to stay in this dark, weak, low vibrating energy anymore. I want to shift into a high vibrating energy. The moment you make that one decision and say that I really want to change my life, I want to manifest a beautiful life, is when you start getting the right things. Let me tell you 3 steps to do that. The first thing is you understand कि आपके लाइफ में कौन है वो लोग जो गलत है, कौन सी मेमोरीज है जो गलत है, कौन से इमोशंस है जो गलत है. I use this word in Hindi to name these things as कचरा. अगर घर गंदा है, फुल ऑफ कचरा, और हम 25,000 50,000 खर्च करके डेकोरेट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, क्या घर अच्छा लगेगा? गिव मी अ yes in the chat box. You feel that the house is dirty, things are thrown here and there, and you are trying to spend in money and try to get the house decorated. Is it going to look good? Yes or no? Right? You guys said no. It's not going to look good. Let's not spend any money. Let's just clean up the clutter, let's say. Let's remove what is not good. Let's remove what's not vibrating high. Let's remove what is stinking and what's not clean. And then organize the house. And then spend just about 1,000 rupees and bring some flowers and decorate the house. Will it look good? Give me a yes or a no in the chat box. Give me a yes or a no. Yes. Thank you, Jyotika, for letting me know. Absolutely. That's how our life is. The 3 steps, if you want to raise your vibration, step 1 is to remove anything that is vibrating low. It could be people, thoughts, feelings. And we have process to remove this. The second step is to balance what is already there. And the third step is to start manifesting, setting our goals, dreams, and desires of exactly getting a clarity of what we want in life, right? If there's anybody here who feels that I really want to do this, I really want to change my life, I really want to raise my vibration, it's absolutely possible with the 3-step process. Get rid of the negativity, balance the present, and manifest your future. If there's anybody here who feels that I really am serious, I want to learn, then we have the link in the chat box. Go ahead, register yourself, because on 4th, I'm coming back again. But I'm coming back to change your frequency. I'm coming back with the real life, activities that we will do together. We'll all get together. We will all remove all that clutter, that unwanted energy from our life. Yes, I've done that and created a community of healers of 12,000 plus people. And that is why I'm confidently telling you it's possible. I can help you get rid of that negativity in your life and help you manifest. It's just that you need to know what's the process. We're going to do live this on 4th of December. Exactly same time on 4th of December. Let's connect together, get together. What are the 3 things? We're going to remove the negativity from your life. We have a complete process to do that. We're going to balance our present and we're going to manifest our future using a beautiful technique. We do various healing techniques. So we're going to mix modalities. I believe in something called as multi-modality magic. So I teach chakra, aura, crystal, angel, Ho'oponopono, EFT, card reading, clair powers, theta healing, Akashic records. I mix a lot of modalities. So we're going to pick 3 of them, do some activities so that we get rid of those negative things in our life and attract beautiful things in our life, right? That's the way we need to live our life. Yeah. If there's anybody who has any questions about today's session, feel free to ask me so that I'll try my best to answer your questions. Yes. Any questions that you have about the frequency, about the vibration, about the blueprint, maybe today's class or maybe about the 4th December class, feel free to ask. You can raise your hand and I'll help you answer. Wonderful session. Thank you so much, Shailu Malladi. How does it work for a group? No, we do have individual sessions also. We have group sessions and we have individual sessions also. Individual sessions only if someone has a very personal problem which cannot be shared in public, where they're not comfortable doing that. We definitely can connect in a personal session. But otherwise, the group session is something where we cover something that's valid for everybody. Yeah. Tushti, somebody says the link is not working. Can you just help them? Yeah.
Absolutely,
Is
I'll
it
get in
possible to
touch.
heal in one session? Anu says, Anu, one session can be a breakthrough session, which can be a life-changing session. Sometimes one session can do a lot. Absolutely a lot. So it is possible to shift the energy. We call it moving the needle. So there was a picture that I showed you. All right, I'll just re-get that picture and show you what that is. There's a situation where we feel that we are stuck, right? We're not able to move ahead. We're not able to move back. We're not understanding what to do, and you feel like I'm so stuck in life. That one session will help you move. That's very, very important. So you can't stay where you are crying, saying, oh my God, this is what has happened in my life. This is how sometimes you feel. I don't know what to do. I feel so lost. I don't know whom to share. It's so difficult to share with your friends because they make fun of you, maybe. It's so difficult to share with your family because they're just waiting for you not to be so happy sometimes. Not everyone is like that. But when you meet the right person, they will guide you on what to do and get rid of this negativity and move into the journey of abundance, right? Prasanna is asking for individual sessions. You can get in touch with the SoulSensei team. They will help you with that, Prasanna. So yes, I know it is possible to move the needle in the one session also, which is going to be on 4th. What kind of session will it be? On 4th? Yes, activities. I love doing activities, the real activities, which will actually help you shift that energy. And I assure you that in about 30 to 40 minutes or 45 minutes, we can actually change your energy. That's something that I can assure you because of course, I'm a master of that. We do lots of sessions in our place where we move the people's energy from a low vibrating energy to a high vibrating energy. We have processes for that. We do a step-by-step method on how you can do that. So yes, Karishma, we can do that. Anything else that you want to ask? What are the areas? Yes, got that. Today's session was gruesome. Thank you so much. What is healing frequency? Healing frequency is a frequency where you start understanding that I want to heal my wounds, my trauma, my childhood pains, anything that must have happened until today from the time we are born. You first recognize it. Yes, this is what has caused me the pain. Second, you bring in awareness there and you start working on it and you start healing it. Is healing frequency. It can happen through music, it can happen through words, it can happen through counseling, it can happen through light, it can happen through a modality. There are wonderful ways of how we can do that. If our environment is negative, can this session help me? Jyotika, this is something I want to tell you. Whenever you feel, my environment is negative, think of yourself as a lotus. Lotus lives in mushy waters, but it doesn't get dirty even little bit. How? It's an art. It's a skill. And that is what you have to develop over a period of time. That's called sthita prajna, that emotional state where you say, I'm not going to be affected. People are saying something, they are doing something, whatever is happening, I'm not being affected. It's called sthita prajna. So Jyotika, irrespective of how negative your environment is, you can still be positive. And all that we are working is with your frequency. So it doesn't matter how your environment is. If you raise your frequency, it works. Time for 4th December, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Somebody's saying, is the recording accessible? It will be accessible for a year. Yeah, about a year. Which all healing modalities? We'll be doing something called as amplified healing, which is mixing modalities, right? I think that is the magic where we blend modalities. We have an amalgamation of all the modalities maximum and then get you out of that low vibrating energy. So which all healing modalities will definitely, I want to keep it as a surprise, right? Where we mix modalities and help you heal. Ultimately, Sachi, I think this is one thing that you must understand, that your end goal is I want transformation. Which modalities doesn't matter. What matters is you have shifted. Yes, time for 4th is 7 p.m. Anything else?
Perfect. Then, in the interest of not exceeding our allotted time, I guess it's time to say good evening to everyone. Madhura, this was a lovely, lovely session. Thank you so much for your time today. I think we're all ready to really increase our vibrational frequencies in the next session that we have with you. I invite everybody to bring their friends and family along as well. This is something that we can all really benefit from, especially as we're coming to the towards the end of the year and we can start the next year with that new refined personality with our new goals, right? So I think this session is something I look forward to personally a lot. Thank you so much everyone for joining us today. Thank you, Madhura. With that, goodbye and have a wonderful day. Thank you so very
Thank
much.
you for inviting me. I'm wishing each one of you lots of love, loads of abundance, and lots of prosperity. Take care and goodbye.